Yo, what is good, everybody? It's Trey, VulgarUsa. Today we are going to tap into the 150 Legends. We appreciate Legend Suspension for sending a care package. We're pretty stoked to rep them. We're going to give you guys a little breakdown of what's going on today. We're throwing these 150s on my personal dyno. The super heavy springs. We're taking the 130s off that I put on previously before getting in contact with them. So yeah, pretty stoked about that, and I'm gonna break down for you everything that they sent us and the whole install and why we're going with 150s. Let's go. You know what you did to your bike?
I wasn't wheeling.
All right, we're gonna start it off, just to give you guys another little heads up. Make sure you guys tap into the website, VulgarUsa.com. By the time you see this, 20 times entries will still be live for the built motor El Camino and the clean FXDX. Yeah, good looking out, guys. Whoever wins this setup is gonna be super lit. All right, we're gonna start out with saying thanks to Legend again. Legend Suspension, biggest suspension name in the industry as of right now. They have been in business for 25 years. Marks the new logo. Pretty sick looking. I can't believe how nice their apparel is. I did some research on the backgrounds of their apparel. Dude, they use some nice blanks. It's absolutely insane. Here's another pair of 150s that they shot us over. I'm pretty sure this pair is going to Dank on too, my boy John. And a bunch of merch. Super stoked on the swag. Appreciate you guys, man. This stuff's really nice. Also, we're gonna be using these today. This is heavy duty hardware for Legend Suspension. This stuff is actually pretty expensive. This is stainless, really nice stuff. So, checking these out today. Got some new hats from Branded Bills, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, some nice stuff. Stoked on those. Another pair of Piggybacks in here. Also got some goodies for my bagger. Stoked on that too. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek actually. Bagger is almost done. There's the outer fairing. Got the pinstripes on it. Got some 41 millimeter drop-ins. Stoked on that. Last bagger I did a whole conversion into like a newer style setup for front ends on baggers. Wasn't really too fond of it. Yeah, that was a whole expensive deal. This is pretty cool stuff. I'm stoked to use this. And oh, how about that? Proudly made in America. Love seeing that. And some piggies, some Rezos for the Road Glide. Those look pretty good on that. Gonna have to see what I want to do with sticker wise. Make sure it matches a little bit. What do we got here? Got the hardware and the brackets. Hell yeah. Got a polished HPI. Got the VulgarUsa tensioners. What else are we missing here? VulgarUsa air cleaner cover. Got the new tins. Pretty stoked about those. VulgarUsa La Pera. Shout out Dante. Shout out Pete from Rhode Island. He did my fender. Love that cut. James Brown painted it. Shout out Plex Audio. And James painted that as well. Also got your TC Bros as always. All right, everybody. Here we go. Got the Legend 150s. Pretty stoked about that. Mary at Legend told us we should, for our type of riding that she saw, we should be running 150s also with how much we weigh. I'm not sure about how much everybody else is weighing. That's riding like this. I'm guessing in the 200 range, but that is what she recommended, and we will be testing these bad boys out all season. Legend 150s. I'm gonna throw gold on mine just because got a little bit of gold in the paint, so I'm thinking these might not look too bad at all. Stoked on that. First of all, got my old Legends off, got everything cleaned up, Make sure you got to polish that chrome a little bit. Yeah. Make sure all our surface areas are clean. Here we go. So we're going to take these bad boys, the heavy duties, and use these. I've never used these before. As install says, all we need is a set of these. And that's about it. Not too shabby. From what I can understand, all we're using is one of the big spacers, which I have an insane amount of, like this, just like that. Got a little seal on it. Not bad. Cool. See how this works. Alright. If I understand correctly, this bad boy goes through there first. Legend goes on. That is oddly perfect. See how this holds up. Spaces it out. Very nice, actually. All right, see what the old instructions say for these type of spacers. All right, we need one of the very small ones. And I'm going to use these chrome big boys I got, just because we want it to look appealing as well. But first, we are going to lock the backside in, which we got some grade 8s for the back. Always got to have the grade 8s, and I like to use locking washer for the back. Set this down a little bit for you guys so you can see. All right, not too bad. Oh yeah, we'll use a big washer as well first. Man, they're on it with their instructions for the spacing. This is absolutely perfect. Doesn't get close to the paint at all. All right, found about the right size. Put this on first. Throw the shock through. Then small spacer. Then locking nut. I think this is going to look a lot better. Oh yeah, perfectly straight. Not sure if you guys can even tell, but yeah, looks perfect. We copied the same thing on the other side. If you guys have installed a lot of shocks in your lifetime, you know that the left side and right side on Dynas is very odd. Never know if it's a visual effect or what, but pairing them perfectly parallel on both sides is the way to go. Just trying to balance it out. Tighten these bad boys up just a little bit first, and I'll torque everything down. But first, very nice. I'm gonna drop just a little bit of, just a little dollop of red Loctite in there, just to be safe. The smallest amount. Yeah, buddy. Three-fourths here, three-fourths here. How about that? Tighten this as much as we can by hand. All right, that's pretty tight. Not bad. Same thing right up here. See if I can fit this bad boy in there. just like that. Top's installed. I'm going to tighten up these bottoms real quick and give you guys a little visual of how they should rotate. Yes, it is true. Legends are supposed to revolve. That's why they have that spherical bearing inside. Oh. We'll torque these down here in a bit. All right, so supposed to have the same amount of play left and right. Perfect. Wonderful. Looks super parallel. Very nice. Let's do the other side. All right, like I said, you never really know with spacing until you start to throw it on, but we will try the exact same as the other side. So if that's the case, we have a medium spacer in between the heavy duty hardware. So this little guy first, about that width. Then shock. Then small spacer. And these spacers are super specific. We're gonna just hand tighten that for a second before we put a little dollop of Loctite on there. Oh. Very easy. I'm actually gonna get a towel here just to protect the goods, if you know what I mean. These pipes are so sick. Don't want to damage them. Sick. Okay. All right. Not bad. We'll get the other one hand tied as well. If we can see, we have a small spacer here and a large spacer on the inside. Not too bad. Small spacer. Then a large spacer on the inside. Chrome bolt. We'll put a nut on the back, chrome bolt on the back. Sorry about the train if you guys can hear that in the background, but if we're doing it the same way, it'll go like this. Pick up the shock a little bit. Pull through there. Large spacer on the back. Pop it on through. Perfect. We'll obviously tighten up everything accordingly. Nice. Not too shabby. All right. Let's put a little dollop on this. Just a little bit. Just enough to make a difference. They also sent some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 150s are on. Can you lead me to a decent explanation of how to adjust a 150?
It's all give or take. Like, I run them halfway down still. Foley only runs them like a quarter of the way down.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we get your spring rate correct, there's maximum adjustability. And then I would go, how much do you weigh?
Give or take 190 to 210.
Yeah, and you ride aggressive like I do. So, like, I would go all the way in on the compression and then 2 back out. And then same thing with the rebound. I mean, even rebound, I'd only go like 1 click out because you just really, you know what rebound does, but I'll explain it. Still, when you go all the way in, you're closing a valve and you're just allowing the oil to not escape as fast. So it makes it move slower. So when you're turning that knob, it's just opening a valve on the bottom more or less. And the more that it's open, the quicker the oil can escape, which is quicker rebound.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to go all the way in, and 2-3 clicks out. And
Alrighty, tips from the man himself for sure. We're gonna take his advice, and I'm not one to like a lot of pogo stickness, if you know what I mean. A lot of some people who jump around on the seat and whatnot like a little bit more rebound, if you know what I mean. Stiffness. I've never really been one for it, so I'm gonna treat this one with his knowledge and my capability. You got about 3 inches of threads. I'm gonna go about 1 inch. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Just a couple more turns. He said he runs his halfway down. Foley runs his about a third way down. If I'm guessing body types correctly, I'm probably kind of like Foley's body type for sure. A little bit shorter, a little bit heavier. All right. So we're about an inch. And then he said, go from here, go all the way right. And then we'll go back 1, we'll go back 2. Then we go all the way to the right here. I'm gonna go back 1 on the bottoms. All right. One on the top, 2 on the top. Then we're gonna go 1 back on the bottom. And then I want an inch of play. Perfect. All right, from factory, an inch. I'll measure these again just to make sure. Put it on the flat side. Inch exactly to the first thread. Inch exactly to the first thread. Stoked. All right. Should we do the beauty shot now? Give you guys a little. Wow. These things are beautiful, man. They do know how to design. They really do. Very nice. Take these bad boys off. Man, I think I'm actually digging the gold on the new whip. Yeah, those are spicy. I got one more thought. Not sure what you guys are going to think about this. This bad boy here. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But I'm a guy who does like visually pleasing stuff. So, gold stickers on the gold piggybacks. Ooh. Red. I'm not sure. Man, I think I like the red. Especially with the gold and red in the tank. It's pretty damn close too. Yeah, I think we might do that. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys decide. if you're watching this, drop a comment. I'm thinking this. I don't know though. We'll let the audience decide. Appreciate you guys watching in advance, man. It's awesome.
For how I like to ride aggressive, I don't want the bike to react quickly. You know, and shit like that. But a good starting point would be, you know, halfway down, all the way in on the compression, all the way in on the rebound, and a couple clicks back out.
Okay.
And then one thing with all suspension, not just Legend, you do have to make drastic changes to feel a difference. If you just go a click at a time, it's not really going to do anything, you know?
Right.
But yeah, halfway down, all the way in, 2 clicks out is where I run my personal shots.
Perfect. What do you weigh?
Right now, dude, I'm a big boy right now. I quit smoking weed, so I gained 30 pounds. I'm like 230 right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so when I set mine up, I was originally for like a 200-pound rider. Now they feel a little soft.
Okay.
But I got the dad bod going on right now.
That's good for you, dude.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Well, okay. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, dude, anytime. You know I got you. I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing.
Much love, brother.
All right, big dog.
Peace. All right, guys. You heard it from the man himself, Mr. Joey 55. I'd say, in my opinion, the most technical rider in the Harley game. Sure. Let's go test these out. Legend, we appreciate you guys gratefully. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go see what these 150s are really about compared to the 130s, which is the regular heavy duty spring they offer to a lot of people. But I guess with how aggressive we are riding, 150s could be the move for us. We'll see, and I'll let you guys know my thorough opinion. Here we go.
Our 5th giveaway is more than just a classic car. It sounds absolutely insane too. Fire it up. This 79 El Camino and this Harley could be yours in a couple of weeks. Tap that link below to get entered to win.
All right, guys, here we are. Give this thing a little run around. Got the settings at 2 on this, 1 on the bottom, about an inch of spring rate on 150s. So we're gonna see what's going on. Initial feelings. Yeah, I mean, feels firm with just a tad bit of rebound like I like. Oh, sorry guys. Always got to remind myself to put my visor down when doing this, or the wind just takes full control. Not bad. I like to feel these a lot, actually. Got going on here. My first thing when I'm testing suspension is usually just like a regular wheelie, seeing on a kind of like an aggressive drop back how much pogo activity are we talking, because if it's really wild, and obviously you know you gotta adjust a few things.
really tell yet. I need to play around. Bust one more out real quick. Yeah, from what I can tell, this feels surprisingly really good, just off initial adjustments, which is obviously kind of hard to do for just a regular bolt-on. You really don't know what you want until you've been in there, adjusted it a few times. But man, yeah, Joey55, thank you, brother. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of advice on the initial setup on these, because I know the 150 springs are kind of in the air for people. Not a lot of people really know truly how to adjust them, because not a lot of people have ran them yet. Usually you got on drag your regular springs, which are 110s, and your heavy duties are 130s. That's for your regular everyday, even if you are doing wheelies, 130s are just fine. I've never had a problem with those at all, but just knowing how hard we ride sometimes, I think a heavier duty spring can for sure do us a little bit of justice. So yeah, stoked to see where this takes us. All right, well, we finally got to the spot, and now we get to really test and see what these 150s are about. Whole ride here was insanely smooth. Compression going over bumps, and the rebound, it seems adjusted right off rip, which is insane. But here we are. See if we can't bounce around a little bit. Not scuff, but got a little burn on my pipe already. Get that out when we get back. All right. Very, very smooth. Weird. See what some drifting does. Go right side first. Dude, this oh man, this 401 is insanely sticky. Tire hot a little bit. 150 springs is kind of what I'm feeling already. Let's see what happens when we jump around. It's for sure a heavier spring rate. When I pop down from being in like a seat sander or something, it feels stiffer for sure. Not so like you're gonna bottom out your your seat bolt all the way down to your tire. Yeah, not bad. I need to stretch. Actually, you know what? Might stretch a little bit. Last thing you want is cramp up while you're riding a wheelie. That ain't cool. That can be turned down a smidge too, if we're being honest. Oh yeah. Yep, got my HPI pipe just a little bit. Sucks, but it is what it is. Sure, I'll be able to get that out. Not bad. Not so shabby. That actually felt really good. I'm bust a wheelie out for this guy, see what he's got to say. Maybe we'll just ignore him. He didn't seem like the type. Yeah, we'll give him a wave. No wave. Love it. But yeah, man, 150 springs on the Legend Piggybacks is out of 10. I give it a 10 out of 10. It feels really, really good. I don't know if it's just because I had a decently correct adjustment off rip, or if it was something else. I don't know. I really like them though. They feel great. Appreciate you, Legend. Thank you very much. These things are killer. Can't wait to really test them out in the streets. We also have a show, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Harley Davidson. Pretty stoked about that. That is May 3rd. So next weekend, if you're in the Midwest area, come out, check the bikes out. Me, Dank on 2, my boy John will be out there riding. It'll just be me and him for this one. This is a kind of a chill event. I think there's some school stuff involved, so we're happy to be there and support the kids as always. That's a main goal, man. More kids on.
All right, another little update. I just rode like this the whole time, didn't even know. Sick. We're gonna leave those on. Maybe that's a new trend. But yeah, the 150s, bro. Wow, good addition. That's killer. Love the 150s for sure. If I ever get a different pair, I will be a 150 necessity type of guy. Wow, these things are the truth. Got to figure out what to do with my gas line too. Old Scuba Steez just gave me the little hack. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. That was sick. 150s are the move. Shout out Legend. Let's go. We'll keep diving into some Legend stuff. 25 years of it. We'll keep diving into some Legend stuff for you guys. Next coming up, we'll throw some the resis on my Road Glide and the 41mm drop-ins on the Road Glide, and then in a couple weeks we'll have some Axio 39mm +2 drop-ins for the Dynas, and hopefully Dankon 2 will get his little. For some reason I thought he had a bagger for a second. We'll get his Dyna down here, and yeah, then we can shoot a video for him too. A couple installs here and there. Yeah. Legend suspension. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you very much. This is some next level stuff. Killer. Let's go.